Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Champs at Last, the podcast where we just chat shit about wrestling. I think I'm Andrew, and as always, I'm joined by my mate Lee. How are you, mate? You good?
I'm good. You okay?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah.
Bit of an identity crisis now, or?
Oh, I think it was because that was the second take of that introduction. So I definitely messed it up the first time. So just reaffirming myself, that's all.
Right, okay, we're in for a good show. We fucked up the intro.
Yeah, it's nothing like having a crisis of confidence just as they start pressing record.
Let's start. Do you mean to go on?
Always. I think if anyone's watched any of the previous shows, professionalism is definitely the number one priority for us. So sleek productions.
Once again, who the fuck's watching this show? Who's reading it? They should be listening.
We've got quite the viewership. I don't know what you're on about.
Yeah, well, you got us a new one, so fair play.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Should have maybe told them about it 16 weeks ago, but better late than never, Andrew, so well done.
I'd like to point out I've got at least 3 new listeners in the past couple of days.
Well, only one of them's listened, mate.
I was including today, but give them time. Oh,
You're saying they've already listened and they've lied to you, mate.
One of them has.
I just don't want your feelings getting hurt.
They're already hurt.
That's fine. You're a big boy. You can toughen up a little bit.
I wear my emotions on my sleeve, Lee. You all know this.
Yeah, of course you do. That's what we all say about you, Andrew. You're too emotional.
Indeed. In fairness, I was relatively emotional this week as we did get a nice little, well, somewhat ruined surprise for us. As a certain person decided they were going to drop their dirt sheets and their little suspicions and rumours to us.
Yeah. When he dropped that gif, I was like, oh, I can't even be asked to tell him that. Shouldn't be doing that.
Oh, dear.
Because to be honest, I read it but only alluded to it.
Yeah.
I was aware that you was probably asleep at the time, as it was gone 10 o'clock.
Well, we're friends. You realise I wasn't there, and then I had to sit and wait for the whole day to not talk about it for my view.
When I was already fully aware.
Yeah, but I didn't want to just blurt it out and go, Lee, watch NXT because the Rascals were on it.
Thing is, no one mentioned NXT in the group this week, or AEW. It was 2 relatively good weeks.
Yeah, it's weird sometimes when we don't talk about it.
But we've got to find what the fuck's that show called?
Married at First Sight Australia. Yeah, we've got to find dodgy streams of Married at First Sight Australia. Yeah, odd week, very odd week.
Best thing is we both knew it was on E4.
Oh, immediately I was like, is he not talking about the show that's on E4? I've not dreamt these adverts, right? I'm pretty sure that's a thing. But apparently they were looking for the shows in advance. E4 wasn't getting it quick enough. Christ.
Hardcore fans.
I know, right? But anyway, the Rascals are now on NXT, and I'm quite excited about it.
Yeah. Zachary Wentz, or whatever his name is now.
Wesley.
No.
That's... is that Desmond?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They've took the coolest motherfucker and given him the worst name possible.
Called him Wesley.
And then Zachary Wentz, I love him to bits, but he needs to find a gym. He needs to actually go to the performance centre.
Yeah, or needs to stop hanging out with Wesley because he makes him look bad.
Yeah.
It's like me hanging out with you.
Well, mate.
I'll let the viewers decide which one feels bad.
It's definitely you.
You say so. was talking about hairline, to be honest.
To be honest, you see my hairline now. I'm probably matching you. I'm probably matching you in the mullet stakes, to be honest.
Well, it's all right. We can have a weird match where we recreate Kurt Angle versus Hulk Hogan, which we'll discuss later.
Well, to be fair, I'm moving like Hulk Hogan at the moment, so
I can move my neck slightly better than Kurt Angle. So
I was going to say you can move like Kurt Angle. In 2002, that's quite a compliment.
Actually, yeah, if it doesn't I'll take it.
Yeah. If it calls you Kurt Angle now, I'd expect like a slap around the face.
I'm like, cheers. Fucking human thug. Oh, Christ, what were we talking about? Oh, NXT, that's fine.
We're talking about the current wrestling world before we go into King of the Ring 2002.
I like that we're so excited to talk about it. We're just like, oh god, well there was other wrestling that happened this week. Oh, what? There are 2 shows that we normally like to watch in the week, because I'm not talking about Raw or SmackDown. I'm talking about AEW and NXT, but I really want to talk about King of the Ring instead. Crazy.
We're committed to the cause, mate. What can we say?
We are indeed. In fairness, AEW didn't look too bad either, to be honest. I managed to catch a little bit of the highlights. I wasn't able to watch the whole show. Been a bit
As I was saying to you, I watched the show, I enjoyed it, but when you've just mentioned it, I can't remember a single thing what happened.
Well, you did text me saying that you enjoyed Taynara Conti, or Tay Conti, or what she's called in AEW, versus Rindy. Saw the highlights of that. Yeah,
good match.
Good match. Yeah, it was.
Oh, and of course the Britt Baker waiting room.
Yes, Bedlam.
Great. Is it like that every time?
It felt like that when I saw it on Dark. Yeah, I like the fact that Cody was the announced guest. Didn't speak a single word into the microphone. He had a few little weird faces and just reactions to stuff, but never actually said any words into his mic.
I presume that was a whole gimmick in the show, like they get a guest on, and then Britt just
don't turn the
over talks them.
No,
I presume that was a whole gimmick.
No, it's not Supernova Sessions on NXT UK. You know how dark. Well, that pretty much happens. Funny.
What did you think of the Cody Rhodes suit?
The jacket.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, the very first thought I had when he walked through that door was, my God, that looks beautiful.
See,
I was going to text you. I love that you've spoken about this without prompting. You know me that well, but that was exactly what I was thinking.
It was literally my first thought when I saw him wear it. I was like, I bet Andrew's going to love this.
God, it was lovely.
I'm going to text him and tell him to watch it, but leave this as a surprise.
Oh, God. Gorgeous. Gorgeous jacket. Yeah. I would like to purchase that. And then I also watched the highlights of the Darby Allin, Brian Cage match as well. To be honest, pretty good.
Yeah, Darby Allin's just fucking insane.
The coffin drop just randomly to the outside when Brian's just lying on the steel step. Yeah, with steel steps. Like, don't did it. Oh, he's already done it. He's just, no fear. It's crazy, man. And
like, Cage just ragdolls him for most of the match as well.
As he should. Like, that is how you would book that match. Yeah, it was decent, man. So that's kind of all I saw. So I've not seen any sort of Kenny stuff, whether it was on Impact or whatever. Oh, obviously I did watch the payment for Standard.
I love how salty they're getting now on the paid advertisements.
It's really good. Yeah. Well, good for you. Good for you, Impact, making some money in 2020 forwards. Good for you. Yeah. Here's somebody that I gave you. It's like, oh my God, it's lovely.
TK is a great little person.
Those 2021 glasses. I was like, who makes these? They work for 2020 because it's like 2 zeros. Who makes it for 2021? Does it work? Weird.
Just eager. So, do you want to crack on with King of the Ring 2002?
Might as well. I mean, if I remember anything else that's happened in the actual world of wrestling, then yeah, we might come back to it. But currently, I couldn't give a shit. 2002, I'm invested now, man.
I mean, I watched all of Raw from this week. Can't remember a single. Yeah, can't remember a single thing about it.
Why on earth did you watch all of Raw? I read the results and I still can't really remember. I know lots of people appeared twice because they have no roster.
Yeah. Randall now appears to be blind.
Oh, okay.
So I'm thinking the Royal Rumble match is probably going to be a blindfold match with fire surrounding the ring.
Cool.
Because, you know, why not?
Great.
But yeah, that was my one highlight from Raw.
Alright. Cool. I'll take that into consideration.
Can we go back to 2002, please?
Yes, we can. I actually have a question before we start.
Okay.
Because I don't know whether this was just me or not. When you watched it, did it go straight into the RVD Y2J match?
No.
So do you actually had like a start and an intro stuff?
Yeah. I had like a proper like video package.
No, I didn't get any of that.
And the pyrotechnics and all that sort of stuff.
So I was really confused. Like I turned it on and it was already those guys in the ring.
Oh, that was maybe because I started watching it and stopped.
No, but like I did it from the beginning. That was just where it was. It was weird.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's very
fair enough. Yeah, I had like a proper video package.
Okay.
Where it was Test, RVD, Jericho, and Brock Lesnar. Honestly, it made me laugh because Test. But then I remembered he was quite a big deal at the time.
Yeah.
He was also my favourite character on the relevant SmackDown game at the time. For some reason, I would always win the belt with Test and Jeff Hardy.
Checks notes, inserts actual title of game here. Is that what it was?
Yeah. But,
on that relevant game of the year that was on, I was definitely paying the test.
But it wasn't 2KO2, I know that much.
Obviously. No, it would have been. Would it have been just before SmackDown vs. Raw? They started those like 2004 or something?
It would have either been Here Comes the Pain, or it was either Just Bring It or Shut Your Mouth, the one before it.
Yeah, that sounds right. I didn't play those ones, so in there.
So, gonna say I love the set, just the big massive throne. It's all like really different to like what we're used to now, so it's nice going back and seeing that I've actually put some effort into the design.
Oh yeah, sets are great. Like I said, when I was playing SmackDown vs. Raw, the video games, that's what I kind of like doing, was then just randomly setting up matches, and they just let you pick an arena to do it in. That's kind of cool.
And also going back to the relevant SmackDown game.
Yes.
I was watching a video the other day. You could actually climb to the top of the throne and jump off it, which I wasn't aware of until I watched that video.
I really enjoy that you watch these pay-per-views and then you go onto YouTube and try and see if there are any glitches for the games that are involved.
Oh yeah, super fan of that.
You are indeed. I have no problems with that. So the match itself got a lot of near falls. Basically, I should point out that this is a semi-final match, and if you want, I can give you the actual card. The bracket beforehand.
To be honest, I looked at it beforehand and actually paused it just to see who was in it, and I was like, "Oh, this is actually pretty shit."
Well, okay.
I wasn't overly impressed with it, put it that way.
Okay, so you had Goldust versus X-Pac.
Yeah.
On Raw, yeah?
Yeah.
X-Pac won that. That seems weird to me, but okay. You had RVD versus Eddie Guerrero again.
I mean, it's a great match. Let's just keep doing it.
It is.
Darling.
Obviously, RVD won that because,
Yeah.
spoiler
That's what
alert,
we
we've already told you. Balbowski versus Christian.
Yeah. Big Val Venus.
Okay. Thanks, mate. Edge versus Jericho.
Yep. Jericho obviously won.
Did. Balbowski beat Christian, by the way.
No one cares.
Just saying. Hurricane versus Test. Fuck me, no wonder Test won.
You leave Hurricane alone, man. I'll get back to him later.
Hey, yes, we will get back to Hurricane later, but I'm just saying, when you look at the rest of the cards to come, yeah, no fucking surprise that Test won. Jiri versus Hardcore.
Hardcore Holly.
I assume that, but was he just called Hardcore at the time?
No, just pretending I couldn't be asked to fit his whole name.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, they somehow managed to put all of the vowels in. Then you had Booker. Oh, they couldn't be asked for the T on the end of his name.
Not even, well, obviously not King Booker at this time either, so just Booker.
No, exactly. Versus Regal. Oh, poor old Regal lost again. Not having much luck, is he, old Regal in 2000?
No, we'll get back to Regal later as well, mate.
Don't see many. Oh, yes, we will. don't see many of it winning. And then Bubba versus Brock, and Brock obviously wins that.
Yeah, with Bubba filling in for Stone Cold,
Oh,
who took his ball and went home because he didn't want a job to Brock.
yeah. The first round, why not? So then next round, which is no, it's not quarterfinal. X-Pac versus RVD. RVD rolls him over. Balbowski versus Jericho. Jericho rolls him over. Test versus Hardcore, so Test wins that. And then Booker versus Brock Lesnar. To be honest, I kind of like to have seen.
Yeah, I bet that was decent, to be fair.
Yeah. And Brock won that. So that sets up our semi-finals of RVD versus Jericho and Test versus Brock. So there is the bracket. So that brings us to the first match of the pay-per-view, semi-final match of R2J versus RVD. So my notes, so there were a lot of near falls, okay, absolute shitload of them. You may as well have Johnny Gargano in that match. It was insane. And I have to admit, Lee, I lost all of my points because I 100% thought that Lion Salt was the finish.
Wow.
Not gonna lie, I was there going, that is 1, 2, 3. Oh dear God, he's kicked out. I feel foolish. And then fair play. The RVD won.
Yeah, see, one of my favourite bits in the match was Chris Jericho slapped him in the face, and then RVD just quickly kicked him in the face. I was like, that was literally, it was funny and looked cool at the same time.
Kind of like the RVD Guerrero matches that we've already seen. It's two guys at the height of their powers just being allowed to put on a match, basically.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like they had much interference. It's just like, lads, put on a match for us.
RVD at this point should be Mr. Pay-Per-View opener. That seems to be a locked-in role for him because out of the 3 pay-per-views we've watched so far, he is open to. But it always works well.
Oh, it does.
I like Jericho. Then where he casually kick the ref into the ropes to stop the 5-star frog splash. Love that. Shitbag heel move, but wasn't too overpowering.
Wasn't too overpowering. Yeah, we'll get to ref bumps later.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So at the end of that match, after RVD has been victorious, you may have to remind me who came out to beat him up.
Who beat up RVD?
Yeah.
It was Jericho.
Oh, was it Jericho? Oh, okay, fair enough. I thought someone else came out as well.
No, it's just Jericho.
Okay, fair enough. Well, either way, Jericho then decides, no, fuck you, I'm going to beat you up a little bit. At
Yeah,
that time, Jerry the King Lawler is in there to interview RVD. Not sure. I know he does get a question in, and RVD's like,
yeah,
I don't care if it's Tet or Brock, I'm going to win. Well, I was like, yes, lad,
yeah.
get it.
Also, from this promo, from this sentence that he said, I literally just went, Matt Riddle is 2021 RVD.
He is.
And there you go, and that is my first comparison of the night, Andrew.
Yeah, you just say you had quite a few of those. But
I got two, to be fair.
Okay, that wasn't how you reported it to me. You went, I just seem to keep comparing it to others, and now you're telling me it's two. Brilliant.
In fairness, I was on the third match, and I had two, so I thought it was going to be an on-running thing.
Cool. Instead, you
Obviously
shot your load, told me about it early. That's cool.
Standard procedure, mate. Standard procedure.
But unfortunately for Riddle, he is in no way as over as RVD is. So it's never really going to be in that spot too.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what I thought was pretty shit. The fact that Jerry the King Lawler is in there, watching this beatdown go on. Like, I mean, RVD is getting the shit kicked out of him. This is Jerry the King Lawler. I'm not sure. I assume he is retired from in-ring action, but probably not. But probably
no,
not.
he isn't.
Well, okay, he's not even officially retired from in-ring action. He does his commentary in his full gear. He's wearing his wrestling tights and boots, and yet stands there in the corner going, "Man, here's a comparison for you, Lee. He is 2020's Samoa Joe. That's what he is."
I knew you were going to go down that road.
Just thought of that now. Lovely. Yeah, he's literally just not even looking up his desk going, oh my god, my best friend, oh, the guy's getting battered. Oh, just shuffle these papers. What's the next segment? Yeah, I've got my, shut up, Michael, I've got my notes. I don't know who you commentate with.
Tom Phillips.
Yeah, tell me, you sick bastards. No, I've got my notes, I don't care. Hey, he's getting battered here, so I don't care. Yeah, that was Jerry. He was just stood there like a twat in the ring with him, mere feet away, and yet couldn't be asked to even attempt to step in. I thought, that sums you up, Jerry. That's why I think you're a prick. And that ended my notes on match one.
To be honest, I think Jerry's a prick just based on comments in later matches, but we'll get to that at some point.
I'm pretty sure I muted that match that you're probably talking about, Lee. Because I definitely turned it off for one of the matches. But
I wish I fucking did. Anyway, there is a Paul Heyman segment just hyping up Brock Lesnar.
There is.
Maybe comparing him to Godzilla. I'm not sure what he was doing.
He did. I marked out immediately.
There was definitely more human Paul Heyman in 2002.
Well, yeah, because I assume he's coming off that sort of ECW vibe because he wears got to do some wacky shit as well. Still can't be. I'm really, best friends with Vince to do this job. He still has to sort of tell people, nah, I can still have a laugh in a show. He doesn't know what I'm going to say. That sort of stuff, That sort of thing.
So I'm kind of interested about this one. What did you think of Test versus Brock?
You know what? First of all, I would like to point out that Brock had his proper music.
Yep.
Which I think is the first time that we've heard it.
Not gonna lie, kind of marked out a little bit. I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I'd also like to point out that my notes have done an autocorrect. The first Brock is Brock. The second Brock is Brick. And that's made me laugh.
Yes, he calls himself Brick Ledner at some point, so.
Hey, yes, he does. Brock Lesnar. No, I'll tell you what I wrote down was like the test didn't job. Like they booked him to almost look as strong as Brock was.
Yeah.
And like Brock needed Paul's help to win the match. So,
I mean, JR really pushed Test. He was definitely getting him over as like a big babyface going forward. Isn't Greg a massive fan of Test?
He is. I believe he's in his top 5.
He's in his boys.
Yeah, he's in his top 5 of all times. He's not quite like Cody Rhodes bag, but
No, he's not. He's not Steve Blackman level, I don't think. But,
no, it's not Steve Blackman levels. But no, he's definitely in the crew.
To be honest, your notes say pretty much exactly the same as mine.
Yeah, I think it's quite apparent in those first 2 matches. It's just being wrestling, if you know what I mean, and obviously trying to book some sort of story for later on when they have the final. Because I don't think you could have just had Brock destroy Test in a few minutes. Because you know, well, RVD's obviously just going to have the same thing happen to him. It's also funny.
I think because I'm so used to Brock Lesnar's booking now.
But totally.
Now, I was kind of shocked looking back now, you know, he was considered a beast, but, you know, he could still be punished a little bit, still be tested.
Nice. Yeah, and I think that's why I've quite enjoyed watching Brock's matches so far, because he's actually wrestling, like he's actually doing something in the matches, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like, he sells like a beast.
It's nice that he's always looked that gassed.
Yeah.
Red and sweaty within minutes. It's never changed in 20 years.
I just can't believe how young he looks, man. It's insane.
It is mad.
He's like a big, roided up 12-year-old.
Maybe 14. Again, I don't know ages, but
true.
Maybe 14.
Can we talk about the next segment?
Is that the same segment that I think it is? There was a little background bit where they were just like Coach was going around.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Coach goes into the Raw locker room, somehow finds Bubba Ray, who cuts the shittest babyface promo ever. I was like, oh, fuck this, no. Jesus Christ.
I was more interested in the SmackDown one.
Right, okay. So from the SmackDown one, because I've forgotten the interviewer's name, I've literally put someone asked SmackDown opinion. Someone. I think his name is Mark, but I'm not sure.
It might be, mate. Insert relevant name here. Still a bit from earlier, because, mate, I haven't got a clue. I wasn't listening to the name, didn't take any notice. However, they did interview, possibly 2 of the most Canadian people of all time.
Well, you've met that.
Is hilarious.
He's the most charismatic Canadian ever. Lance Storm is.
Hold up. Even though Christian is Captain Charisma.
Yeah, but Lance Storm is just comedy genius.
I want to see more of that fella.
Oh, you will, mate.
It was so weird. I was like, I like this lad.
I did get the impression that you would be a big fan of Lance Storm, so I'm now enjoying this moment where you're enjoying Lance Storm.
Oh, mate, I was in. And I stand with those Canucks. America can go fuck itself, man. I mean, SmackDown is biased against all Canadians. They're right, man. So I'm there with them.
So I'm glad you enjoyed the anti-USA promo.
Damn right. I'm a Rene Beret fan. We all
know. Shall we move on to what was maybe the weirdest match of the night?
I would say the match was that weird. The whole storyline surrounding it is fucking bonkers. I'd also like to point out that Taz is fucking nuts. I bloody love Taz. He's off his head. The 2 parts where they went to him and Michael Cole. Honestly, God, it's like now when he's doing AEW Dark.
Oh, I love Taz in AEW Dark.
It's literally like they're doing that to him, but in 2002 on a real pay-per-view. Like, he's off his head. I love it.
It was a good video package to catch up the the storyline which had been mashed together in about 3 weeks, I assume.
Oh, if that, because you also have to have Taz somehow explain, and now I'm going to try and do the same because I sort of remember. It definitely started with oh shit, is it that? Yeah, I think.
Here we go.
Well, I don't know. I think I'm wrong. So Billy Kidman was the cruiserweight champ, right?
Yes.
Agreed. Good. Now, I think he lost it. Oh God, did he lose it to Shane Helms?
Well, Hurricane, yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like they said he was Shane Helms at that point. That's why I was. No, that might have been.
No, I think because Shane Helms doesn't win a match, but the Hurricane does.
Okay, cool.
I think that's how the character come about, if I remember correctly.
That's cool. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. Well, Jamie Noble beat Kidman then.
Jamie, yes, Jamie Noble beat Kidman.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Because
So
Lydia got up on
Noble.
the rope when he was about to do the 450 splash.
Yeah.
Kind of like grabbed his leg, and Noble got a death by roll up, I think.
It looked that way, yes.
Possibly, yeah.
So Jamie Noble somehow, in the 13 days that he's
17.
been, sorry, it was 17, wasn't it? Sorry. Yes. Because he debuted on the 6th of June. This is now the 23rd of June.
Yeah.
So bear in mind, I would be just about to turn. Oh God, here we go.
Jesus Christ! Do you want to do this yourself? Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right. I think. Yeah. God, where are we going with this? This is ridiculous. These pay-per-views, it's weird. So yeah, so Jamie Noble somehow beat Billy Kidman.
Yep.
But then Hurricane beat him. Because Hurricane is now the champ going into this pay-per-view, correct?
Yes. No,
yeah.
Hurricane beat Kidman for the belt, which is fine.
Jeez, yeah, okay.
Jamie Noble won the number 1 contenders match against Billy Kidman.
Oh, okay.
And then in the meantime, you find out that Nydia used to date.
Was Shane Helms' missus? Yes.
Yes. We're getting there now.
Yes.
But she also knows who the Hurricane is and was leaving notes for him. And then Jamie Noble attacks him in the back.
Yeah.
So, and then that brings us to this match.
It does. And the fact that it's booked that Jamie Noble and Nydia are kind of cousins.
Yes.
So it's all very weird. All very weird. And I didn't enjoy that Jerry was making weird comments.
Oh, Jesus.
No, it was more JR was taking the piss out of him, going, oh, the king there doing all the research. Jerry's taking great glee in telling us, he's coming up short of his superpowers. Nydia says he's not really living up to the billing. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, it's basically most of the jokes in the match, which wasn't really jokes if you think about it, was JR calling King a paedophile. It's pretty much where it was going. Literally the entire fucking match.
I've gone with, I was assuming Jerry had seen the Hurricane's penis.
On that too.
As JR was like, well, he's done all the research, he's seen his cock, he knows it's smaller than 10 everybody on the screen. That's what I was assuming.
It's not your commentary, mate.
Sneaking over, hey, look at that. Well, we all know that one time we did see a certain wrestler's penis and we could tell that he was circumcised. And that wasn't even me who pointed that out.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not going to tell anybody who that wrestler was for fear he would fucking kill me. So,
yeah. Also, JR's commentary in this match, where JR actually says that he watches SmackDown with the same enthusiasm that you agree to wet fart with. It was not believable in the slightest.
I watch SmackDown. Do
He
you?
was like,
Do you, Jay?
he was like, I'm not watching this shit on a Thursday.
Oh no. I watch Thursday nights. I'm like, no, you fucking don't. I don't remember much about the match. To be honest, it wasn't that bad. It was quite a good match, I think.
I like the match, but the crowd kind of cared but didn't. Maybe because Jamie Noble's character was only 17 days old at this point.
You say that. However, probably for the only time, bear in mind his career is only 17 days old, and I've never seen one of these signs since. But there was a sign that read Jamie Noble and a diamond on it.
Nice.
There was an actual sign that said that. Like I said, I have never seen that again. Would you like to know what the reverse of that sign said?
Go on.
The reverse of the sign said, WWE, bring back DX.
Right, fair enough.
That person had made two signs back to back. One that just had Jamie Noble and Diamond. I don't know what the diamond was supposed to represent. And then on the reverse, bring back DX. So.
Also, Jamie Noble gets my 2021 comparison.
Lovely. Well, we are 3 matches in. You did say you had 2 out of 3, so makes sense.
Any guesses on who?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe a Leon Ruff?
No. It's Cameron Grimes.
Oh, to the moon. Yeah, give you that. I don't think he can hang.
It's pretty much the same voice.
True, but I don't think he can hang with like actual wrestlers. Whereas Cameron Grimes can, he can go.
To be honest, Jamie Noble's best work is J&J Security, being honest.
Yeah, that was lovely. Love J&J Security. It's good shit, that was.
Speaking of good shit, you're getting Eddie Guerrero promo next.
Hey, Mamacita! Yeah, that was sick.
I've literally just got one note on this, just going, it was fucking nuts, but I loved it.
Oh, I have a note that's even better. He does a fucking bang-on impression of Ric Flair.
To be honest, who doesn't do a good impression of Ric Flair?
It's very good. I also enjoyed the little video thing they showed before or kind of during was Chris Benoit going off and said, you know what? I blame Ric Flair for ruining my life.
Yeah.
In my head, it went, are you sure, fella? Are you sure that was the problem? All right, yeah.
To be honest, I would have fucking edited that bit out if I was WWE.
But... Oh, it's weird the sort of stuff they haven't edited out. Considering the fact they can't show WrestleMania 24 anymore, thanks to 50 Cent.
That's back on now.
Oh, good. I'm glad they've settled that. Don't know what I was going to do in my life there, to be honest. It was 2 days of hell.
I'll tell you what really pissed me off.
Grindy gears, yes.
Yeah, Ric Flair was heel, like, last month.
Oh, mate, I was trying my best to try and work out what the fuck had gone on. So.
I was like, but he was like the biggest heel ever last month. Stone Cold leaves and they're like, fuck, we were going to do Eddie versus Stone Cold.
Shit. Rick, you fancy crying this week? Yeah, sure. You maybe want to get a little bit more tan first. I'm already on that, fella. Don't you worry. Try me to look like an actual leather sofa, because I can. Jesus.
I thought Rick looked great in this match.
He did. The backstory to it is because he lost a no-holds-barred match, and so he's no longer the owner of Raw. So that's obviously how they managed to make him face, I guess.
Jesus Christ.
That was a bit weird.
Yeah. It was a good match. Old school.
Yeah, I didn't hate it.
Got Eddie over.
The only thought I had is, did it seem like an actual pay-per-view match to you?
No.
Do you feel it had to be on a pay-per-view?
seemed like a solid Raw, maybe main event.
Yeah, I think he got onto a pay-per-view just on the fact that it was Eddie versus Ric Flair.
Yeah.
You know, just on the names alone, like, yeah, we'll stick that on the pay-per-view.
I mean, maybe if you watch Raw leading up to, but I don't get why Bubba interfered. I was like,
Oh, why Bubba made an impact?
yeah. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. I don't like Bubba Ray Dudley as a single star, as a face.
Weird.
It just doesn't work.
It's up there with white guys having cornrows, and because it's 2002, there was a young man in the front row.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is the dancing Bubba Ray stage, which he likes everyone to try and forget. Don't blame him, to be honest.
Yeah.
Next up is probably your favourite segment of the night.
Oh my word! And I would like to let our loyal listeners know that we are actually growing as I have done some research this week, and you know how we were contemplating where the world was and like kind of what it is now. We were correct. It was part of the Paramount Theatre in Times Square, which was then bought by Hard Rock. So we were correct. Yeah.
So we've technically been there.
We have been. Yeah. So there you go.
That's nice. I can say I've been to a bit of a WWF history
Without
ever actually realising.
I know. Maybe we could have sat at the same table that Mr. William Regal and Chris Nowinski were at.
It looked like it. We did get a pretty decent table when we were there.
Oh, yeah, only because, you played the disabled card.
No, did you want to wait 2 hours for a table?
No, I didn't.
Exactly.
In all honesty, I wasn't all that excited about going to Hard Rock anyway.
And now, thinking back, you're even more glad that you went?
Yeah, I mean, I'd already been like 6 months previously with my sister. So.
Standard.
Yeah, no. And I already requested a William Regal table. I even asked if the waitress would put her finger in the food. That was unrelated, but, it's nice to come full circle now. I don't really know who Chris Nowinski is, but I do remember the gimmick of him being a scholar or something or whatever.
Yeah. So I believe he actually went to Harvard. He was on the Tough Enough series with Maven.
Okay.
And then he was probably the better worker out of all of them, but then retired due to concussion.
That's a shame.
And then he's the one who actually started all the concussion mainstream media stuff. So he does a lot of work in the NFL.
Oh, cool. Nice.
And there you go. Bit of knowledge there for you.
Cool. I like that public service announcement. Thank you very much.
Do you want to talk about the creepiest match of the night next?
Creepiest?
Creepiest match of the night. Not by the wrestlers, just purely from the fucking commentary.
Oh, but like I said, mate, I 100% had this match on mute.
Right. So did you catch any in the commentary, whatsoever?
I heard. I didn't really get that they were always talking about how Molly Holly had a big caboose.
Yeah. Whatever. Literally, my first note, I was like, no, this is actually fucking horrible.
It's strange booking anyway. I gotta say,
it wasn't big anyway.
No, it's weird. So it's like, oh, it's like a normal size.
Literally, I liked the match, hated the commentary.
I didn't think I would have in any way noticed or asked if they hadn't continued to talk about it. I don't know. I fucking love Molly Holly's gear. Just straight up. Oh shit! What, I'm wrestling tonight? I only had these clothes. Fuck it. It's awesome. She's care at all. It's nice coming fighting my street clothes. And you've got Trish, who is coming out in that awesome purple, all-in-one bodysuit. Probably the best gear that she's had so far as well. And it was just, I love that clash of styles for it. And it's probably the best women's match we've seen so far. I like the one with Jazz. That wasn't too bad, but Molly Holly's a better work at this time as well. And Trish is improving. And It was really good. It was, again, a product of its time. It's 2002. I timed it. They literally got 5 minutes. And I was like, I'd say, give them 5 minutes and it's a death by roll up for another very quick title change. I'm like, just they've got no booking ideas for it. They're gonna.
They've literally got no long-term planning with the women's division.
Nothing. I think they basically just work month to month, so
just seeing what
have to have one on a pay-per-view.
Yeah, just seeing what they can throw together, and if something works, nice.
Yeah, so it was kind of a shame, but again, I would say go back and watch that match, but watch it without any commentary. You'll like it even more again, mate, honestly.
Yeah, the commentary literally made me feel a bit sick, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I can't listen to Jerry during fucking men's matches. I'm not having comment on the woman. I can't. There should be able to that shit on as well.
So to get that terrible taste out your mouth, we're probably now going to talk about probably the best promo we've heard so far, and that was from Kurt Angle.
Oh God, I love that man.
Because it was a heel promo, but like we said before, everything he said was true.
All my notes say, Kurt Angle speaking the truth. Hogan ain't no hero. That is actually how I've written it down as well. How is Hogan a hero? He's a prick, man.
Maybe Kurt Angle just seen into the future and he was like, yeah, fuck this guy.
I don't think he sees into the future. I'm pretty sure he's a prick there.
Yeah, most likely. My first note on this match, before even getting into the match, it's Kurt Angle's turn to try and get a good match out of Hogan.
Yep.
that was literally it.
Yep.
It was probably the best Hogan match we've seen so far.
Because again, he didn't have to do anything. It was all about telling that stupid story. But I mean, the crowd are morons. I'm gonna say it.
Right.
They realised, and Hulk also realises that he's bald, right?
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan is bald. It didn't help the fact that his stupid do-rag fell off his head. I'm like, the man be bald. This crowd is chanting "Baldy, Baldy" Kurt Angle in a manner that Hulk's like, yeah, look at this twat here. Look how bald he is. I'm sitting here going, mate, yeah, bald.
Hogan's just got that 8-inch part. What are you on about, mate?
Fucking bald. And I ain't buying it. And he's the biggest no-sell kayfabe prick ever.
He's just a massive cunt.
I love the fact
he literally in the 80s.
Yeah, it's just...
Yeah, to be honest, I like the finish where his leg drop into the ankle lock. I was like...
Yeah, because honestly, my face dropped as soon as he... pun not intended there. As soon as he turned on and fucking hulked up, where he does the same spot of, oh, God, he's out cold. Let's do the weird 1, 2, 3 thing. Yeah. Oh, of course, no, I'm going to hold my hand up in the air like 3, like a twat, and then suddenly stand up. And
the best thing was, though, is I was thinking, like, wouldn't it be a cool spot if Hogan went for a leg drop, Kurt caught it, went to an ankle lock? Thinking, though, we'd never do that in a million years.
I never got to thinking that, to be honest, mate. It's a fair play.
And then, the thing is, though, I love the spot. I hate the fact that it took him what seemingly felt like 20 minutes to tap out.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, fuck this guy.
So lock it in like 3 times.
I was like, literally just...
Turn his ankle the wrong way around, basically. I have to assume at one point, Kurt's just like, I'm going to fucking shoot this. I'm going to break
to be honest, I was hoping Kurt would just literally just snap his ankle.
Yeah, it's like, oh, screw this.
And we're like, oh, you're going to tap now, ain't you?
It was nice for me to actually almost pretend you were there, Lee. And I turned to you and went, bitch, gonna tap. And it sure did. And I felt pretty happy about it. Loved it.
Yeah. Tell you what I did love as well. Goldust, Booker, and The Rock.
A fucking riot. absolute fucking riot. 2 pay-per-views in, I haven't seen any other action in between of Booker and Goldust. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they've even had any matches together. I know they've had at least one match in that King of the Ring tournament. I don't know if they've wrestled anything else in between. But their 2 backstage segments they've had have been pure comedy genius.
And also, Booker has been in the NWO and left the NWO in the time period of those 2 pay-per-views.
Yeah, but hasn't Rick as well, and hasn't Rick
Yeah.
also owned Raw and doesn't own Raw? So no one fucking knows.
I'm saying Booker dodged a bullet.
Oh, for sure. He said he's doing great work with Goldust.
And to be honest, it's like one of these where you just forget how good The Rock is, and then you go back and watch some of it, and you're like, yeah, he definitely stands out above everyone else.
The
Like,
thing, I don't understand how him and Goldust don't break. I can see how Booker does it, because Booker seems like a moron, and I love him for that. So she Booker would just stand there and go, I don't even know what he just said to me. You know? Just tell me when to say sucker and I'll do it. I mean, I'll try not to say the other word I used to say. I will do my best to always say sucker this time. But yeah, the fact that Goldust is just so dry. Again, there's another bang on impression. I mean, that was up there. His impression of The Rock was brilliant. He looked like him. It was just so good. I loved it. And yeah, how they can just deadpan each other off from there, because you know for well the Rock is ad-libbing the shit he's then saying to him. And it's just, I really enjoyed it. It just kept it fun. And it kind of then set up the whole storyline throughout then, obviously going into Brock versus RVD with Heyman on commentary.
I didn't like the Brock versus RVD match.
Really?
I was just like, there's not much to it. I was like, I enjoyed the finish, but that was about it, to be fair.
Yeah, I think to be honest, I think that's kind of where Heyman comes in, because he probably distracts you from the match because he's doing Heyman things on commentary. Yeah. So maybe you don't always watch the match, I suppose. I don't know.
Did Heyman do the Brock match as well? Because obviously he come out a little bit before.
Oh shit! Yeah, you could be right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, because he doesn't do that match at all.
Yeah. God knows what you were watching then.
I don't know. I was getting ahead of myself. The fact, to be honest, I've written no notes at all. I just wrote down that Brock versus RVD happened.
Yeah.
Just a riff on that.
So basically, I remember Brock catching RVD, hitting like an F5, and that was pretty much it. But because RVD got battered earlier on in the night, it seemed
exactly. So maybe that was one of those times where I wasn't necessarily engaged because I knew that Brock was going to win.
I've got quite a few notes about the main event.
Which
is a bit weird because I thought the match was actually shit.
Well, yeah, because I'll get to that as well.
So, first of all, the champ comes out first. Jesus Christ. Why are they doing this?
Yeah, I know.
When they're preempting this podcast fucking 18 years in the future, like, you know what, we're going to piss off 2 lads from the Midlands. Take you out first. Didn't get it.
Yeah, and the fact that your champ rides a fucking motorcycle. Sure, the other lad spits water, and for the past 20 years, those 2 lads from the Midlands have probably thought, God, I wish I could do that. But still, I don't want him coming out second just to spit water if my champ rides a fucking motorcycle. Just no. But you've also missed one little bit that I'd like to go back to first, is the big net beforehand where Trips spoke to Sean and the gang.
Oh, they tried to NWO.
They were like, we're going to say shit? So, here's that little slimy bastard Shawn Michaels. What's he going to say this time? And he's being real friendly to him. And then he had Big Show, who was stood there looking like Paul Dempsey. and it made me laugh.
Yeah, but also, I just thought it was a bizarre little segment, considering they didn't get involved in the match.
No, there was literally no point to it. They weren't
don't.
spoken about at any other point in the show or after.
Yeah, I presume. Yeah, because Scott Hall wasn't there. I presume he was in rehab.
Yeah, it was just Kevin Nash.
It was Kevin Nash, Shawn Michaels, X-Pac, and then Big Show lingering like a big fart.
We just do little ones. I didn't even realise X-Pac was there. But, I mean,
Yeah.
you could have said that about any time.
So, this match, half of it was dull,
Yes,
and
match a little boring.
and then The Rock appears.
Well, this one at least did help having him on commentary because he was just bigging up Brock the whole time. Going, these gigs will do whatever, but we're going to set something up special for SummerSlam.
Then The Rock appears. Then the match changes dramatically.
Yeah, because obviously Heyman fucks off. He runs away.
Yeah.
The women behind the announce desk, who I assume Jerry the King Lawler wishes were, clamoring over him, suddenly go fucking apeshit because The Rock is about a foot away from them.
Standard.
Like, absolute fucking... Oh my god. If they could have
let's be honest,
first, they would have done.
we would both be exactly the same.
Yeah, but I don't think they've actually changed me underpants afterwards.
Yeah, you're saying that, but yeah.
Probably wouldn't.
So, yeah, The Rock appears. Then there's just a load of spots. The one which made me laugh the most was the Spanish commentary team both falling off the chairs.
Oh, I love the fact again that, yes, we spoke about this last week.
Yeah.
You told me that this happens. Yeah, sure enough, the lad went down. I don't think Carlos Cabrera meant to also fall down, but he couldn't help himself. He goes, and that was it. Yeah, I laughed at that.
So The Rock got hit with a chair by Taker. I'm trying to remember all these.
I'm not gonna correct you probably.
A sledgehammer shot.
Yeah.
One ref gets taken out.
Yeah, Earl Hebner takes a bump.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there is a bump in every fucking main event.
Nick Patrick takes a fucking solid ref bump, sells it like Ziggler. Like, Jesus Christ.
Which ref comes out and just sees Undertaker and runs away? Because one of them comes out there.
How many refs were in this match?
Because I only remember Hebner, and then they bring one out who for some reason gets scared by Undertaker,
Big dude,
rolls out of the ring, and then I have no idea what happened.
And then
chair shots.
And then basically, like, end of the match, Triple H is moving like me, just very slow, haggard, doesn't really give a shit about it, and then ending death by roll up, and you're like,
yep.
Okay.
Weird, slow ass pace into the entire match, because again, I have still yet to see a good Undertaker match.
Yeah. I don't really get this at the moment because I've seen Taker have good matches pretty much towards the end of his career when he shouldn't be having good matches, and yet when he's technically in his prime, they're not the best.
But the wank. I mean, it didn't help that one of these has been against Hulk Hogan, so I'll let him off that.
Any match against Hulk Hogan, you're gonna have to just write it off, mainly because of the Hulkamania, brother.
What are you gonna do, brother? Turn off. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Wrestling in the 80s was fucking so simple.
I would not have been watching.
Yeah. But anyway, and that closes the pay-per-view. All what I'll say is I'm pretty sure when they're going to put the belt on The Rock at some point.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they do. I just can't remember when. And
I'm looking at it going...
Honestly, that's kind of where I want the belt to be.
from watching it right now, I would like to see a Brock versus Rock match.
Yeah.
If they gave me that at some point during 2002, I would be fucking happy.
So, overall thoughts on the show?
You know what? I didn't hate it.
I much preferred it to Judgment Day.
Yep.
Judgment Day I thought was shit, but you rated it better than Backlash.
I did. I still probably stand by that because who the fuck cares?
So I would go a 2.5 for Backlash,
Okay.
a 2 stars for Judgment Day,
Woof. Okay.
and King of the Ring is getting a 3 stars.
Just 3.
So it's a steady improvement.
Yes. Okay.
Obviously, this can change going forward when we review other pay-per-views. So I'm trying to set the bar quite low.
Oh well, I think I'm just going balls deep here now. So 2.5 dog shit for Backlash.
Yeah.
We had a 3 out of 5 bollocks.
That was it. I couldn't remember what we said.
Yeah. For Judgment Day. This is a tricky one, but thankfully Kurt Angle did to Hogan what I'd like him to do, and The Rock was there. We had a good women's match, but even though Jerry's a prick.
There's a lot of positives coming out of this show, to be fair.
The cruiserweight stuff was bonkers and entertaining. Like there was shit there. I am giving this a 4 out of 5. Not bad.
Wow. You're going balls deep now, son.
I am, mate. Yeah, I quite enjoyed it. It was fun.
Jesus Christ. Imagine if we see like an epic pay-per-view, you're going to be like 6 out of 5 at this rate.
Yeah, we all know I have trouble.
Yeah.
Someone gives me
a 6 out of 5, but you rate it as solid.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. 4 out of 5. Not bad.
So I'm liking the fact that you seem to be finally getting into this. You seem more invested now.
It helps that all the matches didn't revolve around Hulk Hogan, because 2002 it fucking shouldn't.
Like, you might be looking forward to the next pay-per-view, which is
Vengeance.
I'm glad to see you've done your homework, because I didn't have a clue.
Well, one of us has to, mate.
I'm just a pretty boy in the two of us.
You are indeed. You are the Empress chambermaid of this partnership.
Right. So yeah, Vengeance is the next one. Takes place on July 21st, 2002.
It does.
From the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit.
Ooh. Oh, yes. Well, that's going to be nice and grinding.
And on that note, Andrew, do you want to close the show out?
I can indeed. You can find us on Spotify, Amazon Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and everywhere else you can find us. Check us out on Buzzsprout. All you do is search for Champs Outlast. I can assure you we can be found with that, because the people that I told to look for that today did so and told me they found us. So we are Champs Outlast on those networks. Do go check us out. This is our episodes. It's more of this stupid shit, basically. You can also find us on the socials on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, again, at Champs Outlast. Do go give us a follow, like, subscribe. I set up tweets and posts that come out at random times where you think, oh, are they awake? I'm like, no, I've managed to set it in advance. It's the mysteries of the internet. I've taken great joy in doing that this week, to honestly. It has been a whole lot of fun.
Good.
There were no prizes to be won.
I love the fact you've just broke kayfabe. So, on that note, Andrew, peace out.
Have a good time.